Now, before I get started in this video, I got something important to say and to show you. Well, to some people. See this little rascal down here? Right on top of my battery backup. My finger's like touching it. 10G Tech. What I got, because from the house to my little JSNIP 4 studio, man cave, whatever they want to call this thing, is too long of a run to run Ethernet cable. By the time you get to the house, go up the wall, up into the attic, down the wall, all that stuff, it was a good bit more than 350 feet. It was like 400 feet or so. And with Ethernet cable, 350 feet is normally the max. So I got one of these little coax things from TrendNet. And it's supposed to go 1,600 meters. And it did work, but every now and then I find myself having to unplug the one in the house, power, plug it back in. When like I come out here, my speeds aren't normal, a little bit off, kind of jittery. I'm like, this is JSNIP 4 Studio. I don't have time for silly games. So I got that little device, 2 of them, for probably what amounted to be $80 for the total of 2, plus the little connector for the fiber. Is it an LC or LC connector? Anyways, I ran fiber optic cable from the house, of course, up to the attic, out, down, around the fence. I still have to kind of plumb it in with some electrical conduit PVC, which I have. But I have, and the guy where I found the cable from, the website was Cables for Less. He's like, well, is it this type of cable or that type? He's like, because if you go with this type, it's good for a gigabit connection. He's like, but if you want to like totally future-proof your house or whatever you're doing over there, this particular one is there's more fiber per cable, inside the cable. As long as these 2 devices you have or whatever you end up using can use that cable, you have 10 gigabit connectivity potentially. So I'm like, if I'm running a cable anyways, you know, that's how JSNIP 4 rolls. And I know a lot of people do the same. If you're going to do it, just do it. Go for the one. Yes, it was a little bit more money. It was a difference between $160 and like $230 for the cable. So I ran that sucker earlier today with a friend from work. They gave me permission to use them. They're like, well, you do stuff at night sometimes for us, database stuff. Sure, that's kind of a work-related thing. Have them come over and help you. So that was cool. So we ran that today, and I've been doing speed tests and everything. It has been running fabulous. Now, granted, speed test is only as fast as my Fios fiber internet, which they also were able to run out here. I was crossing my fingers. Please tell me I don't have to get stuck with cable. But we offer, 60 megabit, 100 megabit download. Oh, really? But what's your upload? That plus crap. Exactly. I need 5. Once you go fiber, you don't go back. We're supposed to have, I thought they said we were supposed to have 100 megabit fiber here. Which is the same as I had at the old house, except my speed tests are showing it's more like 50. So I got a little note to call tomorrow, just to make sure you guys didn't like downgrade me behind my back, did you? You didn't pull, bozo maneuver on JSNIP 4, did you? Anyways, I just sometimes like talking about some of the stuff I'm doing. You know what I mean? Just for the hell of it, a little different. But what I really, really want to talk about, because I've had a few emails, JSNIP, man, you were talking the other day about some kind of thing you're waiting to see in August. You and Cliff High, Bix, whatever. You mainly Cliff High. Some coin. You're not sure which coin it is. It's going to do. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? No, I can't at the moment. However, should the event line up in this month of August, I for sure will know that I'll see it. And once we see it, I'll be able to tell you more and tell you, do anything and everything possible to get your hands on some more Ethereum, cash, etc., whatever, because you're going to have to use it, obviously, to get some of this. It should be an ICO type of token. It did ICO. It did not get created like Ethereum or Bitcoin, just mined. It was definitely ICO'd. We know that much. And I don't want to tell you what coin we think it is. And you know, if anyone out there may know this or not, don't even bother writing it in the comment section yet. Because you know, if I say one word about this coin, people may jump on it right now. I don't want to wait a minute. And what if it's wrong? What if we don't, because we don't have enough data yet to prove this coin is the one. So we're waiting, and that's why I'm waiting. Cliff did say he might put it in the next report. Thought he was going to, personally. He did not add this particular thing I'm talking about in this report that just came out this weekend. But it's okay. Why? Because I did email him and just said, hey, just an FYI, kind of, you know, I would want to ask him, you know, this thing we've been talking about, hey, if this event happens this month, like we're hoping, you know, do I essentially have your permission to kind of give the full story out to my viewers once we determine for sure this is the one, this is what we want, that kind of thing? Yeah, absolutely, no problem, he said, being the cool dude that Cliff High is. So when that happens, I will be all over it. I will come out and tell you, guys, jump in with both hands and feet. I will tell you one thing, I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, and this is from Cliff High's data. Okay? First and foremost, you're responsible for your own trading activities, whether you do whatever the hell you do with this information or not. Secondly, it's the webbot telling us this. The webbot is not perfect, although it has done very, very well with cryptos, predictions and stuff. Having said that, keep that in mind. If this thing plays out pretty much exactly as he thinks according to the data, and we can all somehow get into this one way or the other, which we should all have no problem getting into, by the way. It's not going to be a race, first of all. It's not going to be a race, you know, like, oh, ICO. No, it already ICO'd. It's already out. You can go and buy and sell this thing based off what the data says. It's already there. We're looking for a specific thing to happen to its price because of a specific event. So it is that event that I'm waiting to see, looking out for. Having said that, if this data is right, this is one of those moves, which his data said essentially will be like no other before it, was the description. However, it's not going to be a fly-by-night Veritasium 3 weeks later, flips out, goes crazy high, Populous comes out right away, goes high. It is not going to move like that. By the way, if it happens to move like that, should this whole thing happen in August, should it happen to move like that, what that would tell me is you don't even want to know where the price is going to go within a couple of years or so. If it performs after we get in at the, I'm not going to say precise timing, but roughly a certain time frame, and capitalize on the lower price basically, and it does turn out to be like, wow, a week, 2 weeks, a month later, really pick back up and multiple times, return. If it even does that quick, oh my goodness, you don't even want to know what's going to happen within 2 years. It'll be like the end-all, be-all kind of a token. Again, listen to me very carefully. If the data in the WebBot report is correct, because if it's not, for example, the event happens, I come out and do a video, oh my gosh, thank the Lord, thank whoever you want to thank. This is it, guys, the token name or whatever it is, the crypto is this one. You're going to look for this kind of price range. Don't attack it yet. Don't jump on it yet until we see this, yada, yada. And then get in on it. And then when that day comes, guys, I think right now is the time to get in. I'm getting in right now today. I think you should too, that kind of a thing. That could happen. But then the so-called super duper happy ending, if you will, what if it doesn't happen? I'm just saying that because again, like I said, when I talking about these cryptos, I want to make it so clear that you want to punch me in the face for talking like this every time I talk about cryptos. And that is, you understand the word risk. R-I-S-K. Risk. And you're willing to take a chance, as I am. And believe you me, boy oh boy, am I willing to take a chance on this baby. I'm only hoping that the event takes place. Because if the first main event thing that we're looking for doesn't happen, then basically there's nothing to look out for to see, oh, this is the coin. Because this, A has to happen before we get to B. If A doesn't happen, write it off as whatever you want to call it, not nonsense, web bot, misinterpretations, whatever. Because there was a point in time, I'm trying to think how long ago this was, probably a couple months ago, that we were looking for a specific move in Ripple that did not happen. We didn't really talk about this, Cliff and I, or whatever. It was kind of a thing where he and I were just chatting about this. And if it did happen, hey, might be able to pounce and make a quick, potentially tripling, at least a doubling, the tripling of your money. But the event never happened. So, long story short, we didn't do anything with it. Nothing happened. The window came, plus or minus a couple days, still nothing. Third day, still nothing. And then, honestly, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, kept going, nothing happened. Okay, we were looking for it, didn't happen. All I'm going to say, and I don't want to, I realize I'm probably getting a bunch of people's hopes up right now, but damn it, my own hopes are up. And I spoke about this the other day a little bit, and I've had quite a number of emails asking, hey, what coin is it? I can't really talk about it. Because I don't want to mislead you into the one we think it just maybe be, if it's not. And then some of you go out and jump on it, and then I come out later, okay, the event happened, yeah, it wasn't that coin, it's this one. And now you're kicking yourself in the butt because you just wasted a bunch of money, Ethereum, whatever, getting in this other coin that you thought it might be, you thought you'd get on it early, and you made a huge mistake. So I am trying, as IT professionals do, I am trying to save you from yourself, which is why I am not telling you what it is, what we think it is. And it's a minor, way down here level of we think it's this one. Not even like, oh, I bet it's this. It's like, it might be this one, but not for sure. It could be, but we'll wait and see. It's one of those numbers. But I would be so happy, let me just tell you, I would be so pleased, number one, with Cliff, because it's his awesome data, if this, again, turns out to be great, which most of the data is on this stuff. But I would be so happy to come out here and tell you, guys, the so-called event, it looks like it's taking place right now, which means in a number of days from now, most likely, although it could be a little longer, we're going to wait to see this particular coin go to this potential price level, which is down, by the way, and that's when you want to buy it. Because within 2 years, it'll be one of the most epic deals, kind of a thing you ever did, what moves you kind of ever made. Again, according to the data, if the data's right. I'd love to be that guy who presented this to you through Cliff. I give him all the credit in the world. But I'd still love to be the guy that gave it to you, told you which one it was because it happened like we thought it would. We all got in. Everybody that wanted in got in. And then we all sat back and watched it go up. Another few months, it's up again. A year later, oh my God, this is crazy high. A year and a half later, oh my goodness, should I sell now? This is unbelievable. I was like I won the lottery. Now I can wait a little while longer. Oh my God, it's 2 years, and I thank God I didn't sell it a year and a half. Now I waited the extra 6 months because, oh my goodness. I'm hoping that will be the story of our lives. And that you'll be like, Jay Snip, man, he held it from us for a while, and for good reason. He saved us from ourselves. And then presented it when it happened. I do want to say, though, if this doesn't freaking happen this month, I'm going to be felt a little let down, like, oh, man, not by Cliff, no, because I understand the webbot's not always right. And I was waiting to try to do this Ripple move behind the scenes. That never happened. This was months ago. But I'm hoping this isn't a dud or a miss, you know what I mean? Because where the coin goes in the future, not too distant, again, within 2 years, will make you psyched out of your mind when it happens. So you don't want that to be a letdown. You don't want to say, guys, that didn't happen. But just understand that there's a possibility that it won't. But I wanted to get you in on this little secret early so that you understand when I come out and say it, should I, because it happened, let's say, I didn't just pull this up all of a sudden and, oh, guess what, real quick. I want to let you know that there's a potential here coming your way so that if you're thinking, I want to get on this ICO, that ICO, and you're doing things on your own, you can do that, certainly. But I don't want you to be upset with yourself because you blew a bunch of money in Ethereum on some other stuff when Big Papa crypto thing might be taking place this month, this event, so to speak. And you could have put all of that particular money you just put into something else into this one. That's why I'm telling you early, because I want you to get the most bang for your buck. This could be the winner of winners. I'm only hoping, yeah, and I will smoke some serious hopium like I ain't never done. 2 hands. Hopium, give it to me. Boy, do we hope this happens. So I can't stop thinking about it. I've been talking to Frank at lunch privately, of course, about this stuff. We're both psyched, like we're waiting. Come on, man, let it happen. We're in August. It just started August, of course, but early in the month. Come on, man. We're looking for the news. Where's the news? Crypto news. I need to see this news. And I thought, and I didn't ask Cliff this, so that's why your next question to me, excuse me, is Joe, what's the event? Because maybe we can look out for it too. Again, you might misinterpret something else for the event and get it wrong. Again, if anybody happens to know what I'm talking about, by chance, don't post this in the comments. I don't want to mislead people or have them mislead themselves thinking, oh, I know which one that is. And you get it wrong. Just freaking wait. There's nothing that you won't lose, because there are going to be so many people selling this coin thinking it's a turd. You will have plenty of opportunity to jump in as it goes down. Where the absolute bottom is, I don't know. We don't know. But we do. I will be able to tell you once this happens, should it happen, here's what to look for. Okay, here's the event we're waiting for, and it just happened, and here's the link to the story or this story, that story. That proves that this is it, so I'm happy about that. The price of this current thing is this. We're looking at it to go at least down to this level, if not further. That's the information you're going to want. Because then you can decide, okay, it's below that level, you said. And then we all have to decide, which the webbot can't help us with on this one. How low can you go, so to speak? How low will this ICO token, whatever, go? And I say ICO because it was definitely an ICO'd token to bring it in. It's already in existence. We know that much. And that'll be the key. So I'm just going to give you an example. Let's say it's at $1 or something and it starts crashing to 50 cents. And then it goes to 40. Oh, guys, that's the price level. And I'm making this up, by the way. I have no idea yet. 40 cents. Guys, here's my next video. Hey, everybody. Man, I think I might want to get ready to get in on this thing. 35, 40 cents. I think I'm going to go pull the trigger. Only to find out it went down to 8, 9, 10 cents or something crazy. And if you waited 8 cents, let's say, and it was 40 cents, 8 times 5 is 40. Going back to 40 cents, you just made 5 times your money. However, even if you got in at 40 cents, you're going to be doing backflips happy when you see where this thing goes within 2 years. Again, according to his webbot data. Should it be correct or whatever. But boy, would you and I be real happy if we timed that sucker and got in at 8, 9, 10 cents or whatever. And again, I don't know the level yet. But I will know when to come out here and tell you, guys, it has breached the certain level that I was waiting for, me and Cliff. It's now time for you to decide, do you want in right now or do you want to wait and see if it goes even lower? But the good news is there's definitely going to be some serious selling pressure when this all goes down here. And it should be in the month of August, which is what we're in. I'm done blabbing my mouth. And let's all cross your fingers. Dot your I's and cross your T's and whatever else. And let's just hope and pray, if you want to pray, hope and pray that this freaking thing happens. Keeping in mind, there was a Ripple one we were waiting for. It didn't happen. Which makes me think, uh-oh, boy, do I hope this happens. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. The other good news is that as we enter September, October, there should be 2, 3, possibly ICOs that should be some real keepers. Which we don't know the names of them yet either. But so if we miss this thing, we all missed this one in August. We still have a few 2 to 3 pretty decent ones. So allegedly, again, according to the data, coming up before the end of the year, that should be worth trying to jump into. Having said that, my mind keeps telling me I don't care about anything else. I don't care about any other ICO from right now forward. I just want this damn event to happen because it'll mean so much. You just got to wait a little while, as in up to 2 years, but it'll be so worth the wait. You'll be thanking yourself and me and probably and Cliff and everybody else for telling you about this and saying, you know what, I'm glad I did the same thing they did and I didn't get any other ICOs. We waited because, oh my goodness, this one hit. So that's it. I'm psyched every time I think about this, and I don't want to be let down by it not happening, but it's out of all of our hands. You know what I mean? It's out of Cliff's hands, out of my hands, out of your hands. Let's just wait and see. Believe you me, when I do the video, you're going to know it. Trust me, you know, by the title of me flipping out on you on the screen. Oh my God, guys, this is it, you know. Anyways, I'm out. Take care and stay tuned.